Human consciousness has continuously shifted over the past centuries, away from the world as it is, and towards the world as we have created it with the help of modern-day technologies. We are increasingly inundated with data, so much that about 11 million sensory impressions are transmitted from the nerve cells to our brain per second. In that context, silence has long been a luxury. Our brain does in fact have sufficient storage capacity to receive and identify such quantities of data. However, the processing of data is a different story. According to current scientific research, we are only able to consciously perceive 40 to 60 impressions per second. Our consciousness filters out what it considers important. The majority of our perceptions are captured by our unconscious for self-protection, so that we do not become overwhelmed and maintain our ability to find our way around the world. Again and again, we experience how impulses from the unconscious seep into our daily consciousness, namely, when an unerring feeling strikes us, guides us, encourages, or warns us, our intuition. Intuition is commonly defined as a sudden inspiration, a type of cognition that is neither suspecting, nor based on reflection, or mediumistic capability. As such, intuition is not necessarily popular with rationalists proper, who tend to relegate this type of unconscious intelligence as belonging to the realms of artists and fanaticists. In reality, however, intuition is not mystical at all, instead being based on a synthesis of conscious and unconscious knowledge, perceptions, and experiences. Like a compass, it guides us through life, empowering us to clearly assess people and issues in a matter of seconds to make decisions that demand more than pure logic. Those who always understand what they are doing remain below their level. Martin Walser. Like a whistleblower, our unconscious has inside information that sheds new light on all sorts of things. In other words, it is a light that our logical thinking alone cannot produce. As such, intuition is at play in a broad range of phenomena and processes, from whether we invest successfully in the financial market, find our partner for life in speed dating, buy a car or purchase a new frying pan, or further, when a mountain guide senses a storm coming despite blue skies, or when a doctor decides to perform a biopsy, although everything looks fine. Therefore, brain and consciousness researchers advise, the more complex a decision, the more we should rely on our intuition and the unconscious. Yet while that is easily said, how does it work? How might we make a deliberate use of intuition? How do we know what wishful thinking and intuitions are? And what to do when rational objections push away or drown out our gut feelings? The mere task of trying to locate or describe set gut feeling is complex enough. One person might feel an unclear pull in the solar plexus. The other person might feel a tingle in the back, and yet another person might feel an unmistakable clarity. Still others do not experience intuitive impulses as feelings, but rather as inner knowledge, inner images, or by hearing an inner voice, or perceiving an unconsciously imagined smell. For the ways in which intuitive impulses express themselves are as manifold as we ourselves are.